Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning and if this is the first video of mine you're catching, well, first of all, I'm sorry. And also welcome. My name is Rachel. I am a reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I purchase online mystery boxes and I resell them on these platforms for a profit. Today is a video I take no pleasure in making. This is a dumpster fire compilation. Meaning, I'm going to tell you about 5 boxes I purchased recently, all of which I am giving a rating of dumpster fire because they were all 5 just awful. So if you want to see which boxes I'm talking about, definitely stick around. So generally speaking, I run a highly profitable business buying mystery boxes. In fact, a little over a year ago, I left my corporate job to stay home with my daughter. Reselling has been my single source of income, and mystery boxes have been my pretty much single source of inventory. And it's been very lucrative for me. But I do end up taking some risks to see if I can find new things that are profitable. I kind of operate with like an 80-20 rule. 80% of everything I buy is stuff I know I'm going to make money on. 20% is risks. This stuff definitely fell into the 20%, and I am embarrassed, honestly, on how much money I've lost trying to sell the stuff out of these boxes. So I'm just going to come out and say it. I'll go through each box. All 5 of these are from Helpsy Source, and all 5 of these are their premium Rent the Runway Retirees mixes. I will link all of the original videos down below. They did a big push on these in the late winter, early spring of 2024. I definitely was quick to jump on the bandwagon. They had some great brands, great labels. I know stuff that is listed on Rent the Runway. The whole reason people rent them is because, well, part of the reason anyway, is because they retail for so high and people don't want to pay those prices. So I'm like, hey, win-win. These are retired. There's probably still worth a good amount because the brands are high MSRP. I can offer them for a great deal. It's a win-win, right? Wrong. So I'll go through each of the 5 boxes I purchased. I'll show you what I have sold. I'll show you what I have left, which is basically everything. I'm going to go in order of first purchase to last purchase on the boxes, but definitely let me know in the comments if you purchased these Rent the Runway retiree boxes. Please tell me somebody out there did better than me, because I sure hope so. Anyway, if you like reseller content, certainly consider subscribing to the channel. Anytime I unbox a new box, I come on this channel, I show you, and then I come back 90 days later with the results. Usually, I do each one for one unboxing, one 90-day update. I'm putting all 5 of these in the same update because there would be nothing for me to report on individual boxes because very few items out of these boxes have sold. But usually I do a one for one. Usually I do a rating system. I'm just going to tell you on this box, on these 5 boxes, you can watch the original videos if you want to see how I originally rated them. But all 5 of these, except maybe one, is getting a dumpster fire rating because I've lost so much money on these. It is unfortunate. I'm so sad to have to report this, but here we are. I'm going to give it to you straight on this channel, even if it means I have to tell you I should not have bought these. So the first box was the Nicholas box. So this was a 15-piece box, and everything in the box was all the brand Nicholas. I did have some that were N/Nicholas, which I'm assuming is a spin-off. This box cost me, even with my discount, $409 or $27.27 per piece. What sold out of this box? Absolutely nothing. I have not sold a single piece out of this box. I did have one that I had to throw away because, so I got a lot, this box was a lot of the same thing, a lot of the same dresses in different sizes. One of the apron plaid dresses The elastic on the straps was so shot, it was not fixable. It was not wearable. I had to just toss it out. All the rest I listed, but they're all still sitting, and you can see here what all is still here. And the problem is, and you'll notice this with like a lot of these boxes, I've lowered the price. Like originally I listed kind of high, just based on the MSRP of the item and the brand and all that. I've steady lowered the price trying to move this stuff. And even at prices that are like rock bottom where I'm barely going to break even, paying $27 per piece, and I still can't move it. No, it's still not getting any interest. Nobody's buying this stuff. So I think that's what makes it even worse. Like, not only is nobody buying it, but I can't even give it away to break even, which is super, super sad. So I literally have nothing to report on this box, except I still have every single dress, except for one that I had to throw away. Dumpster fire, complete dumpster fire. The second box we'll talk about is the Derek Lamb variation. This one, the entire box was either Derek Lamb 10 Crosby or Derek Lamb Collective. This box was 15 pieces for $305.10 after my discount, or $20.34 per piece. As of right now today, I've sold one whole dress out of this box. It was this black and white striped V-neck dress. This one was a size 46, and this one sold on Poshmark for a whole $28. So after the Poshmark fees, I broke even. And it's the same story on this. There were 2 or 3 different styles of the same dress in different sizes. And I have delisted, relisted, sent offers, sort of, because no one's even liking the stuff. And it's not selling. And even at right now, where my prices are like rock bottom, where I would sell it just to recoup some of my money, and I'm still not getting any interest. And I have like 4 of the dresses in this box are duplicates, exact duplicates of the same exact style and size. So even if I sold one, I still have another one. So this one, unfortunately, they're nice dresses. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, if I found these dresses at the thrift store with this brand label, yeah, I'd probably get excited to get them. But dumpster fire, absolutely total loss. This one, $305. So sad. The next box was, oh gosh, I think this one was the most expensive box. This one was the Laquan Smith, Herve Ledger, and Mara Hoffman box. This was a 15-piece box with those 3 brands. This one, again, it was like the same. So like the Laquan Smith, it was the same dress over and over, duplicates in different sizes. The Mara Hoffman, it was basically one tank top. And of course it was tank tops. And there was one that was different than the rest. And then there were two Herve Ledger dresses that were both the same in different sizes. This box was $652.50 for 15 pieces, making my cost per piece $43.50. Now, the good news is, if you want to call it good news, I did make some sales out of this box. Of the 15 pieces, I have sold 6 out of this box. So here's what did sell. I had this Laquan, I still have lots of this Laquan Smith dress, but this was the one and only that did sell. I don't even know the name of this dress. It was like this crazy t-shirt material that had all kinds of strings, and it went every which way. I had a very tough time even putting this on my dress form. Thankfully, I found a stock photo. This one sold after 3 days before the 90-day mark for $30 on Poshmark. I basically gave it away because I couldn't sell it for any more than this. And here's the thing about this dress, and actually a lot of the things that were in all of these boxes. The dress itself on renttherunway.com got very poor reviews because it was hard to wear, because it was so form-fitting, and because it's white and it was see-through, it didn't look good on the average person, right? It was hard to wear undergarments. People were reporting, because when I did find the original like Rent the Runway listing, all the reviews are still there of this dress. So basically everything you read says, don't order this dress. Don't waste your time. You're not going to like it. It's hideous. It's terrible. So there's that, which sucks. Then come to find out, Rent the Runway, and maybe this is my own fault for not like knowing this or doing this research before making these purchases. Rent the Runway sells their retirees themselves, or like, you know, like the styles that they're going to like retire. They sell them themselves on the website. You can buy retire or like on their way out pieces for like 90% off. So this dress went on sale on Rent the Runway for like super cheap, cheaper than $43 if I remember correctly. So I paid more than I would have paid if I would have just bought it from Rent the Runway. And it sat on sale or for sale on Rent the Runway for whatever period of time. And this is all stuff that they were offloading because no one even wanted it at 90% off retail on their site, which made me very sad and very upset. And that's sort of when I realized like, oh my gosh, what did I do here? So that being said, I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these dresses in various sizes. Nobody wants these. Nobody wanted them then. Nobody wants them now. And I paid $43 freaking per piece. Oh my gosh. So super unhappy about that. Anyway, we were talking about what did sell. The Mara Hoffman stuff. Everything. I do have one of these tank tops left. And again, it was a bunch of duplicates of the same tank top. I was able to sell majority of these tank tops. So everything else that sold are the same. This was the Tomo Color Block Organic Linen Tank. Again, $43 for tank tops. I was not happy because at least give me a dress, a swimsuit, something I can actually make money on. You gave me tank tops and they're all the same. And they definitely had signs of wear, wash wear, like they were not new. And linen, you know, you can tell linen when it's been washed, like what it looks like. And these shirts were all clearly washed and used. Anyway, I had one in a size extra small, sold for $32 on Poshmark, took almost the full 90 days. Again, I paid $43.50 per piece, so I'm taking a loss on these at this point. And given what these were, I couldn't ask for more. There's no way I was going to get more for what these were and the condition that they were in. I had to just count my losses. I had to. Here's another one that was I had a size large. This one did sell within 2 days for $35. Somebody sent me an offer. Again, the writing was on the wall. Even at 2 days, I wasn't going to try to get more for these. There's just no way. I had two in a size medium. One sold for $35. One sold for $36. Both of them sold in bundles. So again, I just was trying to get rid of them. And then there was one tank top that was different than the others. This one actually sold for the most money. This was the Lola Houndstooth top. This was the size 6, and this one sold for $50. It took about 2.5 months, but it was a $50 Poshmark sale. I also have those Herve Ledger dresses. Those are still here. They're not cute. They're probably several years old. They did have a very high retail value. They sold originally for $1,300 some dollars. Like they were expensive, brand new, but no one wants these. Nobody wants these. I cannot give them away even now. So I have no hope of recovering. This is a loss. I paid $652.50 for this box. Even with what I did sell, I've only made back $174.40. So I'm still in the hole, like almost $500 on this box. Total dumpster fire. I'm getting worked up, like, and mad at myself for buying these, like, as I'm going through these. It's like hard to even say this out loud. When I say it out loud, it's like the losses are real. So thankfully I have so many other items that I sell. Like my business is still very profitable, and this is, in the grand scheme of things, like a little tiny little ding, but it doesn't make it any easier. And quite frankly, if I wasn't as big of, like, if I didn't sell in the volumes that I do sell, and I was just like the small time reseller I was 10 years ago, just buying like one box to try to like make some money, this would be devastating. Absolutely devastating. The next one was called Mix 3. And so this was a mix of brands. It was Tibby, Nina Ricci, All Saints. There was like this list of different brands that could be included in the box. And so I did get somewhat of a mix of different brands here. This one was a 15-piece box, and I paid $339 for this box for the 15 pieces, or $22.60 per piece after my discount. As of today, right now, I've sold 2 items out of this box, so I still have 13 left. What did sell? I've got, first of all, this Nina Ricci skirt was totally flawed. It had runs all over it. So there was no way I was going to sell. I can't even believe this sold. This is one of those like Hail Mary sales. Like, I listed it because what else am I going to do with it? And it did. It took over 3 months to sell, but it sold for $28 on Poshmark by offer. At least I got a little money back for it, you guys. It was damaged. It was, and I mean, I disclosed that, but I wasn't going to be able to sell it for nearly what it was worth. And then the other one that did sell was this Tibby floral poplin tank top. This one was a size 8, and it sold for $30 on Poshmark. It took about 2.5 months. So I didn't even recoup my money on those 2 pieces after the fees. Everything else is still left. I had multiples of this gray cardigan sweater from Tibby. This one has gotten decent attention, but no sales. And again, I've lowered the price and lowered the price and lowered the price, and no one's actually buying these. Maybe when we get into fall, I can sell these again. Maybe. But again, I've lowered the prices so much, like I would not even be breaking even. There were a few pieces in the brand Roka, R-O-K-H, never heard of it before. These pieces were just weird. The dress was weird. It had weird straps. The tank top was weird. It just, what is this? What is this? I did have high hopes for the Scotch and Soda dresses. These were very pretty floral wrap dresses. And I have, in general, in the past, had good luck selling Scotch and Soda. So I am disappointed that these are still here. There was also an All Saints dress. That's still here. There's another one of the Tibby poplin tops. I still have that. And then, there's from Tibby also, there's this orange wrappy sweater. Again, that's had moderate attention, but no takers, and it's at rock bottom prices. And then this silk top from the brand Kushni. Another piece, this is totally expensive, brand new, retailed for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And it's flawed. It's got huge stains on the front of it. So it was another one like I listed just for the sake of listing it. Hopefully, sell it dirt cheap, recover some money, but it's flawed and it's weird. I had to put it on a dress form, and I'm still not even sure that the way I have it hanging on that dress form is the way it's supposed to go. And so I can't expect the consumer to know. I couldn't find a stock photo on this at all, or any photo of this of anybody wearing this shirt. So just junk. So on this one, of my $339 that I spent, I've only made back $43.72. Complete dumpster fire, total loss. I don't have much hope of even breaking even, coming close to breaking even on this box. All right, y'all, we still have 2 boxes to talk about. Next one up was similar to Brand Mix 3. This one was called Brand Mix 5. And it also had a mix of different brands. There was a whole list of brands that could have come in this box. And this, so I will say this one did the best of all of them. I remember what drew me to this box was the brand Hatch. Hatch is a high-end maternity brand, and I've purchased Hatch in the past. I found Hatch to sell in the past in the wild, and it does extremely well. So definitely a Bolo brand if you are not familiar with it. But that's one of the brands I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope this box is full of Hatch because it's definitely going to do well, right? Obviously not, because it's on this countdown, because it's in this video. But this box was $23.31 per piece, or $349.60 for the 15 pieces. Some of the other brands in this box: Missoni, See by Chloe, Sailor, brands. Okay, you hear those names and you're like, okay, yeah, like I can get behind that. $23.31 is a little bit steep, but these brands, they sell for so high, they retail for so high. It all sounds good, right? Yeah, okay. So first and foremost, the Hatch, I got one thing that was the brand Hatch, and they were like little capri sweatpants, and they had an elastic waist, and the elastic was so shot, I had to throw them out. They weren't even sellable. Not even a little bit. I couldn't even try to pass them off. So those went in the trash. That was very heartbreaking. That was the one brand I wanted to get, but you know, that is what it is. What did sell out of this box, I sold a total of 6 items out of the box. So the most sales of any of the boxes. I still have 8 items left. So what did sell? This was a funny sale, actually. These sold the same day I listed them, which gave me hope. This gave me hope for the entire box. I'm like, oh, one of these is going to sell quick. Maybe the rest of the stuff in this box would sell quick. No, that's not how it happened. This one sold the same day. They were the brand R13, which I'm going to say, be on the lookout for this brand. Apparently it's sought after. These were like they were striped, baggy, and they were velvet. That's right. These were velvet shorts. They had holes in them, like by the pockets in the back, like they were stressed out in the back. Yeah. So I'm like, great. They have holes in them, but somebody still paid $35 on Poshmark the same day I listed them. I actually made a little money on those, even though they were flawed. Hallelujah. Okay. Then everything else, I had a bunch of duplicates of the Missoni dress, and that's everything else that's left. There were 5 of these dresses in the box. They were all the same. They were all the same size too, except for one. Thankfully, they were a little more sought after than the average Rent the Runway retiree. The first one sold on Poshmark. This one was a $50 Poshmark sale. This one sold just under a month. This one was the first one I let go for less than I would have wanted, but I kind of saw the writing on the wall with this box too, as with the other boxes. By the time I got this one, I had already gone through the others, but I had already ordered this one, and yeah. Then there was another one. This was the only one in a size 46. All the rest were 44s. This one sold within 2.5 months on Poshmark for $55. Then I had a Vestiaire sale, which is good because Vestiaire takes the least amount of fees besides Mercari at this point. So this was also a size 44, and this one sold on Vestiaire for $61.82. One of them sold on eBay for $70. This was another one of the size 44s, and this one took a little less than 90 days, but $70 sale nonetheless. So hey, I'll take it. And then I did sell one for $75 on Poshmark. That was decent. If everything in this box could have done the way these dresses did, we would not be having the same conversation. But here we are. So that's all that sold. Those dresses did particularly well. Everything else I still have, though. I have the sailor blouses, those one shoulder blouses. I have 4 of those. All 4 of those are still here. There's this jumpsuit by the brand MIH. Never heard of the brand. The brand wasn't in Poshmark's database. It was hard to photograph because it's like cold shoulder and weird. That is still here. And then I had 3 See by Chloe dresses, which again, great brand. I love when I can find this brand in the wild. It was exciting to be on the list, but these dresses just are not sought after. No one wants these. I can't give them away. So unfortunately, those are still here as well. So the most decent, and I say that generously, I paid $349.65 for the 15 pieces. I've made back $292.56. So I'm close to the break-even point. I would have to sell 1 or 2 more pieces to get to the break-even point, but I'm not banking on it. This is still a dumpster fire. I don't want to work to break even. I mean, I certainly don't want to lose money, but I'm not going to sit here and call this a good box because I almost broke even. Like, it's still a dumpster fire. I put a lot of work into listing this stuff to have not even broken even. So, dumpster fire. All right, last but certainly not least was the premium maternity box. This was the last of the 5 that I ordered. I have a sweet spot for maternity, especially just recently having a child. It sort of forced me to get to know maternity brands a little bit more. And so this box, the cost per piece was a lot lower, and the brands that could be included seemed decent enough for the price that by this point, even though I think I had started listing the other ones, this one came available later in the game, and I'm like, okay, I think I at least have a good shot with this one. So I ordered this one. This was the last one I ordered. This one was $189 for 15 pieces, or $12.60 per piece. Basically, everything in here was the brand 4-2 by Ramey Brook. Now, Ramey Brook, great bolo brand. Definitely a good seller. This is their maternity line though, so I guess like I figured, or at least hoped, that it would do the same. And then there was one kids item. It was a winter coat by the brand Sonia Rykel. It did say in the listing there was a possibility of a small percentage of kids items. 1 out of 15 is what I got out of this box. So these dresses looked great. At first pass, again, it was the same dress mostly. Some were short, some were maxi. And then there were some tops. All the tops were the same, just different colors. They all looked really like good as far as wear. Like, they looked unworn. They didn't have any wash wear. They looked brand new. So I would say this one I had the highest hopes for. Even though there was duplicates, people with maternity, you can't fit into your regular clothes as your bump gets bigger. You want to look nice, especially like dresses. You want something that's nice. If you have an event or like your baby shower, or if you need to go to a wedding, this stuff is expensive. You're probably going to wear it only that one time. So you don't want to really pay a lot of money, but you want to look nice. And I guess I identified with that at the time. So I wanted to give this box a try. But of the 15 pieces, I have sold only 3, and I still have 12 remaining. So of the 3 that I sold, I did sell the winter coat, the girls striped winter coat. This one had a run in the sleeve, so I had to disclose a flaw as well. It was the only flaw in the box, but still, like, it was a coat, and it did retail for pretty high. But because I had to disclose the flaw, I wasn't going to get nearly what it was probably worth. This one did sell after 3 months, though, on Poshmark for a whopping $28. Now, again, I'm not mad at it. It was kids. I paid $12.60 per piece. Still not too bad. I needed more stuff to sell out of this box for that to matter. I did sell one of the black maternity dresses. This one was a size large, and it sold on Poshmark for $40. 2.5 months in. Again, I listed these a lot higher, and then I kept dropping the price, hoping to just make my money back once it sat and wasn't selling, right? And then the highest selling item in this box was an eBay sale. This one sold after only 5 weeks. It was the yellow maternity dress, sold for $67.99 on eBay, which means I probably sent a 15% off offer that somebody accepted. And the buyer did message me and say, like, hey, can you ship this quickly? I want to wear this for my baby shower, which makes total sense, which I assured her, of course, that I would ship it quickly. But that was my target customer for this box. Unfortunately, I still have all the rest of them left. I've got the blue maternity shirt, the pink maternity shirt, the rest of the cold shoulder dresses. Some are red, some are black. some are yellow. They're all kind of the same, and they're all kind of still sitting here. So dumpster fire. So 6 boxes, 6 for 6 dumpster fires. Lesson learned here. You know, I don't know if you guys know Diana, Death Pile Diva, on Instagram. She also has a YouTube channel. I'll link her down below. She referred to this as what's called reseller tuition. You spend money to learn lessons, and that's just the cost of doing business, and it's the cost of learning. And I've been in the reseller game 20 plus years, and I still pay reseller tuition. And this was a big, big lesson. Nobody is above making these mistakes or learning these lessons. So if you purchase these boxes, you are not alone. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and sit here and make it look like I did well with these or that these were any type of good, because unfortunately they were not. And I just, now I know in the future to steer clear of the Rent the Runway retirees. And I will definitely be more cognizant of brands, and that retail value does not necessarily mean resale value. And in fact, the higher the original price, the more it matters whether or not it's a relevant style or sought after piece, because you could just have literal like trash, dead weight at the end of it all. So hey there, Editing Rachel here. I just wanted to jump in because I realized I did not address one thing that probably a lot of you are wondering. You may have already commented on the video asking this, and that is, did I contact Helpsy Source about any of these boxes or ask for a refund or compensation? And the answer is no, I did not. And the biggest reason being that the boxes were not as described. You know, they had the brands that were expected. Their flaw rate was within the 15%. You know, there weren't a ton of flaws. There was maybe 1 or 2 in each box, but that's, you know, that was to be expected. That's with any Helpsy box, not outside of what I would expect. And otherwise, I had no reason to complain about just them not being profitable. That's kind of the point of the mystery box, is that's the chance you take. So because their descriptions matched the box I received, there was nothing for me really to complain about. I did give them some feedback about the varieties in the boxes, mainly just the ones that had like so many duplicates of the same one, especially that Mara Hoffman one, where, you know, the cost per piece was so high, and it was a bunch of duplicate tank tops and then that Laquan Smith dress. I did give some feedback on that one, and just like when sometimes a lot of duplicates are a good thing and when they are not. But otherwise, yeah, there was nothing really to complain about. So if you're wondering, no, I really think, you know, it was my decision ultimately to purchase these. They were represented properly on the site, and I really wouldn't expect anything from Helpsy, you know, even though they were not profitable. That is my sad story for today. Let me know in the comments if you purchased any of these boxes and how yours did. Please, somebody out there, tell me you had something profitable. I don't want us all to be in this misery loves company situation with these boxes. I'm sad for anybody that lost money on these. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more unboxing videos, more 90-day updates, and hit that like button. It can be a pity like at this point. I still appreciate it. That is all for today, though, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.